Investigator Mario Diaz has the emails laying out how it all came together.
Mayor, what is your relationship with Marvin Agumagu?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a simple question for Mayor Sylvester Turner. Simple, but important. Because Marvin Agumagu is someone Mayor Turner knows and has taken care of. Signing off on a $95,000 a year internship for Agumagu at the airport last fall. That's right, $95,000 a year with benefits for an internship. Before we lay out how it happened, let's show you how the mayor and Marvin are connected. Personnel records show Agumagu was a City Hall intern. He also worked in the office of Lake Council member Larry Green. Photos and videos reveal Agumagu had insider access.
Marvin from Nigeria, also on my staff, working at the airport system.
Here's Agumagu next to the mayor at a charity basketball game. There's Mayor Turner, the rapper Drake, and Agumagu, handing Drake a city honor on the mayor's cue. During the Astros World Series parade, Agumagu was yards away from the mayor, working with his staff along the parade route, and steps away from the mayor at City Hall for the celebration. Agumagu also was listed as a guest of Mayor Turner at a banquet honoring the late Texans owner Bob McNair. But Agumagu was looking to land something bigger. On September 12, 2018, months after his previous internship with the city ended, he wrote to Andy Icken, the city's chief development officer, a key member of the mayor's inner circle. Per Mayor Turner's request, I am sending you my resume for your review. Icken forwards the email to Airport Director Mario Diaz, asking point blank, could you develop a position? 5 words, key to what we uncovered. Could you develop a position? Emails Channel 2 Investigates obtained clearly show a plan was hatched with 2 city directors specifically developing a position for Agumagu. On September 19th, Agumagu received a verbal offer. Director Diaz, writing Icken, I offered him a 1-year internship to work directly for me. Icken's response? Good approach. And the approach, developing a one-of-a-kind internship out of thin air, is key. Because around the same time, Mayor Turner was telling the public the city didn't have money to hire employees.
I have imposed a hiring freeze.
The mayor ordered the freeze on September 24th, stating all departments will suspend hiring.
My case is based on the facts and the costs.
But on October 4th, Director Diaz sends Mayor Turner this letter touting Agumagu as the first candidate for the newly created Executive Intern Program. The internship will give Mr. Agumagu the opportunity to gain valuable applied experience, Diaz wrote. There is one incredible perk not listed in the letter, but that Channel 2 Investigates uncovered. Once the 12 to 18-month internship wraps up, Agumagu, not his boss Diaz, but Agumagu the intern, decides if he's coming on board full-time. In the very same letter from Diaz to the mayor, Agumagu hits the jackpot. Diaz writes to Mayor Turner, based on the responsibilities, needs, and demands of the job, he's requesting annual pay of $95,000 a year, the salary equivalent of a senior staff analyst. Suddenly, the intern is making more than other veteran airport employees with more experience. Let's recap. Marvin Agumagu has history with the mayor and City Hall. He needs a job. Per the mayor's request, Agumagu emails one of the mayor's top guys. That guy then emails the airport director, who in turn creates a gem of a gig just for Agumagu, an internship that pays a whopping $95,000 a year with public dollars from the Enterprise Fund used for special projects out here at the airport. Conveniently, that fund is not at all impacted by the hiring freeze.
It's shocking to me that they're trying to pass this off as a true internship.
Todd Slobin is a Houston-based employment attorney.
Fundamentally, this is not how internships work.
I don't know what this particular intern was doing, but it must be really important.
Buck Wood is viewed by many as the foremost political ethics expert in Texas.
If a member of a city council, the mayor, let's say, wants to call somebody and say, look, our department, say, I really would like for y'all to consider this person, that's not illegal.
How does it smell, though, when it's a $95,000 a year internship?
Well, that puts a different light on it.
Per Mayor Turner's request is how this all began. Mayor Turner's signature officially sealed the sweetheart deal weeks later, which brings us back to one key question. What makes Marvin Agumagu so special that Mayor Turner created this nearly $100,000 a year internship for him?
There's got to be something, and I think the mayor's the only person who knows the answer to that question.
Mayor, what is your relationship with Marvin Agumagu?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mayor, you have no idea who Marvin Agumagu is?
I have no idea.
You created an internship for Marvin Agumagu last year, sir, that pays $95,000 a year. Here's the document, sir. Here's your signature right here. Mayor Turner, we'd love to talk to you about this internship that pays $95,000 a year that you created for someone you say you have no idea who I'm talking about. Now, most won't blame Marvin Agumagu for taking this sweetheart deal. He was, after all, encouraged to reach out by Mayor Turner. The mayor's spokesperson says Agumagu's internship is coming to an end and a new candidate will be chosen for the role. However, we do not know if Agumagu will stay on at the airport. Now, we did reach out to Agumagu. We have not heard back.
Thank you.
Now to the investigation Houston is talking about. The airport intern who makes $95,000 a year thanks to a sweetheart deal signed by Mayor Sylvester Turner.
The mayor first denied knowing Marvin Agumagu, but changed his story after we showed pictures of the two together. Now Mayor Turner is defending the deal, pointing to Agumagu's education and experience. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at his resume.
Investigator Mario Diaz breaks it down and lists more than 20 experienced city attorneys who make less than Agumagu.
Mayor, what is your relationship with Marvin Agumagu?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mayor, you have no idea who Marvin Agumagu is?
I have no idea.
8 seconds is all it took for Mayor Sylvester Turner to twice deny the truth. It took another 5 days for the mayor to actually come clean and admit he does know Marvin Agumagu.
Marvin from Nigeria, also on my staff, working at the airport system.
Agumagu is the man who landed a $95,000 a year publicly funded internship at the Houston airport system. The sweetheart deal sealed with Mayor Turner's signature. All of it starting with this email. An email from Agumagu to the city's Chief Development Officer, Andy Icken. Per Mayor Turner's request, I am sending you my resume for your review. Is there any chance we can talk to you about your relationship with Marvin Agumagu, Mayor? Whether it is rushing away from a news conference or sneaking into the back of a building. Mayor, what is your relationship with Marvin Agumagu? The mayor is doing his best to dodge our cameras, refusing to address the bottom line. Mayor, what is your relationship with Marvin Agumagu?
Good morning.
Mayor, you haven't answered this question. Don't Houstonians deserve an answer? After Channel 2 Investigates exposed the sweetheart deal, the mayor's office sent a lengthy statement touting Mr. Agumagu's education and experience to justify his $95,000 salary.
Marvin Agumagu.
In his October 4th, 2018 letter recommending Agumagu as the airport's first executive intern, Airport Director Mario Diaz wrote, Agumagu had significant work experience in governmental relations and international affairs.
I don't see anything on these documents that show significant international experience.
Houston-based employment attorney Todd Slobin reviewed city personnel records for Channel 2 Investigates.
It doesn't look right, it doesn't smell right, it doesn't feel right.
Here's what Agumagu's resume does reveal. He worked for 6 months as an intern for the mayor's governmental relations office. He worked for 1 month as an intern for the city attorney's office, 4 months as an administrative assistant in the Trade and International Affairs Department, where he worked to promote Houston globally, and 5 months as a constituent representative for Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Agumagu's resume shows a total of approximately 18 months of government relations experience. Agumagu does have 3 degrees, a bachelor's, a master's, and a law degree. His education, a key talking point in the mayor's staunch defense of Agumagu's sweetheart deal. The mayor's inner circle spent hours on Twitter this past weekend attempting to justify the $95,000 internship. Bill Kelly, the mayor's director of government relations, had his fingers working overtime, bragging about the credentials of current and former staff, including Agumagu, writing, intern, Marvin Agumagu, lawyer. One huge problem. That's false. Agumagu is not a lawyer, not according to the State Bar of Texas. Even a Democratic strategist had words of wisdom for Kelly. Bill, stop tweeting. Channel 2 Investigates did identify several licensed attorneys working for the city of Houston, making less than Agumagu's $95,000 a year salary. They are licensed attorneys with years of experience, and they make less than Marvin Agumagu, who is not.
I'm proud of the fact that we're bringing in millennials into City Hall.
Mayor Sylvester Turner's spin, he is all about millennials. But in the case of the publicly funded $95,000 a year airport intern, Marvin Agumagu was the only millennial who got a shot. The executive internship was never publicly posted, never shared with other millennials working hard for an opportunity. The airport director and the mayor kept the executive internship off the radar, using a clause in the city charter. Mayor Turner signed off knowing full well no one else could compete against Agumagu, the same man who back in 2017, the mayor wrote that he knew personally, which once again begs the key question.
Mayor, what is your relationship with Marvin Agumagu, sir?
We have asked the mayor's office on multiple occasions for a formal interview with Mayor Turner. His team finally declined our requests yesterday.
Well, he tried to avoid our cameras for nearly 2 weeks, but today, Mayor Sylvester Turner did answer questions regarding the sweetheart deal he approved, creating a $95,000 a year internship for a man he had first denied that he knows personally.
Our investigation uncovered the executive airport internship and how it was created solely for a man named Marvin Agumagu. Our reports leading to a call for an inspector general investigation.
Tonight, investigator Mario Diaz has the mayor's response and why that response doesn't line up with the facts.
We're going to do several things this morning.
After nearly 2 weeks, Mayor Sylvester Turner is finally answering our questions on camera about the $95,000 a year, no competition executive airport internship he approved for Marvin Agumagu, a man he's known personally for years. Mayor, on the subject of employees at the airport, what is your relationship with Marvin Agumagu, sir?
It is the same or similar as my relationship with all of our city employees. It's a very respectful one, and he's a very hard worker.
Marvin Agumagu is the intern making $95,000 a year as part of a sweetheart deal signed by Mayor Turner in October 2018. It all started with this email from September 12th last year, an email from Agumagu to the city's Chief Development Officer, Andy Icken. Per Mayor Turner's request, I am sending you my resume for your review. Did you make a request of Marvin Agumagu to email Andy Icken?
Like I said, if he was interested in the position, he certainly should apply.
Did you make a request of him, sir?
I didn't make a request, but if he was interested in the position, he certainly should apply, and that's a statement that I made to him.
We asked the mayor again, just to be clear.
You indicated earlier that you did not make a request of Mr. Agumagu to send that email. He states that you did. I need clarity here, sir. Are you saying that Mr. Agumagu is not being truthful in that email?
What I'm saying to you, Mario, and I try to do it in the most respectful way that I have, I would say to Marvin, and quite frankly, I've never referred to him by his last name, okay?
Marvin from Nigeria is what you call him.
Right, so let me just be honest with you. But it's that if he was interested, what I said, if you're interested in the position, please apply. And I said that to others. If you're interested in a position, please apply.
Here is the problem with that answer. The mayor's statement does not match up with the facts. At the time Marvin Agumagu sent that email to Andy Icken, there was no executive internship at the airport to apply for. It did not exist. After Icken receives the email, he forwarded it to Airport Director Diaz and includes this question: could you develop a position? It is only from there that the publicly funded internship is developed. An internship created solely for Agumagu. Director Diaz also uses a clause in the city charter to keep the position off the radar. It is never posted, and no one else is given the opportunity to apply. Mayor Turner then signs off on the sweetheart deal, making it all official.
Let me just say this to you, Mario, which I said before, let me say to all of you. The program in question was not designed by me.
How was this position not specifically created for Marvin, sir?
No, well, let me just, because I want to just quickly answer, because I don't like misinformation. It is not created for him because it is a position that was created by the airport.
Channel 2 Investigates did request documents, emails, work calendars, and phone records pertaining to Marvin Agumagu and the $95,000 internship. The city is slated to respond to our public information request next week. Dominique and Bill, we will examine that information once the mayor's team provides it as our investigation continues.
Are you optimistic you're going to get that information under the Freedom of Information Act?
We hope to obtain everything that they can provide us with. Obviously, in the past, we've had situations in which information that we request from the mayor's office has been kicked up to the Attorney General.
All right.